I'm Scott.
I'm Jen.
Retro Rivals. We're going to talk about our favorite items in our retro game room.
We already did our modern game room. You guys can check that out. I'll link it in this video. But yes, we have two game rooms. For anybody that's watched the channel for any length of time, you know we have two game rooms. So we're moving over to the retro one.
Before everybody starts getting upset that my retro game room is a toy room, it is what it is. I can't have three rooms, so.
No.
I think we had a comment on our last video there. It looks more like a toy room, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I mean, cool.
Yeah, there's toys in there too.
Yeah.
And comic books.
Yeah.
And comic books.
Yeah, I got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
What did we break this up in? 5? 10? What do you got on the list here?
We have 10 total, 2 honorable mentions. He got 5 in an honorable mention. I got 5 in an honorable mention. Except you started comboing things and
there's so many things in there. So are we starting from the top of this list? Because you're obviously not going to be reading it.
I can see it a little bit. You start with your first one and I'll do my first one.
My Batman TV that we picked up, about what, 6 months ago-ish? Maybe 9 months at the most?
Yeah, it was definitely in the summer of 2024.
Yeah.
I just want to. It's friggin' amazing. It's not perfect. It's in used condition.
It's actually got a little bit of a crack in it, not the screen, but the plastic casing.
The casing, yeah.
But originally, the first time I ever seen the Batman TV was at a local pawn shop. He had the TV, the DVD player that sits on the top of it and everything. And of course, I kept asking him to sell it. He wouldn't. I'm like, well, if you ever want to sell it, you let me know. This is
yeah.
And of course. He never wanted to sell it, so I ended up finding one by pure luck on Marketplace.
Yes, and I messaged him immediately. He already had an offer on it. So he did message me the next day and said, well, they flaked out. They didn't come pick it up. And so we got that. I think it was for $40.
It was cheap.
It was super cheap.
Like I said, it's not in perfect condition by any means, but...
The picture quality is so good. We actually went out to do a little browsing this weekend, and we saw one at a different local pawn shop, and they had it in the box, and it was $500. So we were like, whew.
That's expensive cardboard.
Yeah, that's some expensive cardboard. So I'm happy we dodged that, and we just got the deal we got, and we love it. Scott set it up.
I love it.
You played it a little bit today.
Yeah, I have it set up now that it mirrors the other TV that's in the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put Batman on from the NES, and
it's so good.
It seems just right.
On my list, and in no particular order, the only painting we in theory have hanging in the retro room, because it is on the door to that room, is the lunar painting. Now, at the time when I made that painting, it had no significance to me. I had never played the game.
You made it for me.
I made it for you. And I think now it rivals Super Metroid for my favorite painting. I think it might be my favorite. I didn't spend as much time with it as Super Metroid.
No, you got a lot better.
I got a lot better at painting, and now I have played the game and share the love for it that Scott has. And it was so cool because when I played the game, not when you played the game, I got to sit in the retro room.
Oh, you played it in there.
Yes, and the door was open, so I got to see that big painting, which is like big on the door. It almost fills out the width of the door. Yeah. And I got to see the painting side by side while playing the game, and it was just friggin' cool. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I love all the characters. I love what I did with the painting. Not to brag. I thought it turned out really good, and I was proud of my accomplishment.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It could very well be my favorite painting. I think I've said that more than once.
Yeah, you have.
It's hard to pick, but there's definitely a few in the game room, both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Next on my list, I actually have some gaming consoles.
Yeah, 2, because he couldn't pick.
Yeah, I had a hard time picking. Originally, I picked the Sega Saturn because it was sent to us by a fellow YouTuber.
Yes.
Knew how hard of time I was having getting my hands on a Sega Saturn.
Oh, every time it came up.
I kept missing it.
I
missed it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Over a couple of years, and they're not common around here.
No, they're not. The few times we have seen them and they've stuck around, they were asking way too much, and I was like, well, you can keep that, but.
Yeah, so he was I would say kind enough, but kind enough's not even enough.
I know.
He was awesome.
Yeah, Denver
and
Gamer.
had it modded, so it's modded with the SD card mod, so I had the ability to load whatever game I want on it.
And you made sure to play a game on it.
Well, I played Albert Odyssey on it.
Yeah.
That's the first Sega Saturn game I played.
Yeah, it was really cool, and we owe Denver a painting because I need to repay that
I'll make
favor.
you a painting.
Scott will make you a painting. He'll use his brush.
My beard.
What's your other console?
The only console that's in that room that I kept is my PS2.
Yeah.
In that room, that PS2 is the original PS2 that I got. You got that for me Christmas.
Yeah.
Which SmackDown game was it? Was it Know Your Role? Was that the first one?
I can't remember. I do remember.
Or Shut Your Mouth. I think it's Shut Your Mouth. I think it's. Yeah. Anyway, got me the game and that for Christmas, and holy moly. We would have like these big wrestling tournaments kind of there where you pick I can't remember if it was a Rumble match or whatever, where you can get, I think it was 6, you can get maybe 8 in the ring. One of them you can put 8 in the ring at the same time, and it's elimination. So you always put it on either pinfall or knockout, and we always just switched pinfall off, and we always went for knockouts.
Yeah. Next on my list, oh god. What did I say? She-Ra and Swiftwind. Now, I don't own many toys.
You own like one.
And
in the game room.
In that game room. Out in this one, I have a few figures. In that one, I have She-Ra and Swiftwind. I'm not very nostalgic for toys. That one, however, meant a lot to me. And I had looked for it for several years. And I just kept going,
You didn't look that hard.
No,
I talked you into.
I know.
What did I got? I got that for your birthday, didn't I?
I did look for it for several years, but I just kept saying that's a lot to pay for something I'm never going to use.
Sitting it on the shelf.
Yeah, and I finally did get it, and it was in immaculate condition. And it was the only toy from my childhood I really remember feeling something for besides Cabbage Patch Kids. And I brought it to school on a show and tell after Christmas. And I immediately lost the sword. I lost She-Ra's sword. So that was a stipulation. I must have the sword. I have it complete, not in box, but complete condition, loose. And I love seeing it in the room. It does make me happy. And I told Scott, now that I have it.
How I feel,
and now that I have the Alice figures, I understand why. I didn't understand at first. I never told him he couldn't get them. I always was fine with him picking up action figures because I knew they made him happy.
Fine with it.
I was fine with it, but yeah, I can understand now.
All right, so since you mentioned She-Ra, I'm gonna one up you here with
of course you
He-Man and Battle Cat and Skeletor and Panther. And He-Man and Battle Cat, you can find them fairly easy.
Yes.
Skeletor, easy. Panther
in condition.
In good condition. I don't know how hard it is now, but like back then it was pretty difficult, and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited until I finally got one that's in almost mint condition.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that stuff that I don't
can't
even
remember
know
what it's called.
Yeah.
It's almost like a felt kind of material on it. There's a name for it. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, we'll have to pop it up, or I won't, and you guys will figure it out. It's always wore off because people or kids played with their toys in the 80s. So it was always wore off. The fact that you found it like that must have been from a collector's.
Oh.
Like, I just don't even know how it ended up like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's one little spot.
That was a fortunate child that had too much toys.
Probably.
Yeah, too many toys. So
you're gonna have to let your puppy dog in.
Yeah.
He's whining. Come on, Teddy, a big turd.
Go see Dad. There you go, buddy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Go to sleep.
Go sleepy time. All right, next on my list is something fairly new.
Yeah.
And that I made myself.
Another art piece.
Another art piece. And I'll link the video in the description, but it's my nurse mask I made for my costume this year. I have been saying for years I was going to make a nurse from Silent Hill. And this year seemed so perfect because Silent Hill 2 Remake came out. I was like, you know what? This is the year that I have to do it. I think a viewer may have reminded me, and please tell me if it was you. in the comments below. I know somebody reminded me, like,
oh, I remember.
Yeah, when are you going to do the nurse costume? I was like, that's right, I do have to do that costume. I wore it during a live stream, and I watched that live stream back a bit, and I was like, I look like I'm going to moon the entire camera. I did have white shorts underneath my white tights, so there was no fear of that. But I was watching it and going, anybody that doesn't know is going to think, oh my god, that's an awful short skirt. There were shorts underneath. But, yeah, the plan in the future for that. We just have the mask in there now with the hat. The plan is to get a mannequin, but I want to get it on the cheap. I want to put the whole costume on it, and I want to stand it in the retro room. Yeah, I think that would be freaky and cool, and it's something I really love. I'll likely not wear it a whole lot, but there's just the fact that I could make that with such limited materials.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool. Let me know what you guys think, and like I said, I'll link the video in the description.
My next one is if you're a G.I. Joe fan.
And maybe that's why Teddy was wanting to come down.
That's why.
That's
the
why.
story involves you, Teddy.
It does.
We'll say 3.5.
Would have been Christmas 2021.
Yeah. So, Jen bought me probably one of my favorite G.I. Joe figure or vehicles
ever.
Yeah, I had it when I was a kid there. Like, we weren't rich, so this one here was a mammoth. It's the mobile command center.
Yeah.
And it kind of like folds out like almost like, I keep calling it like a toolbox there.
It does, yeah.
Levels to it. And you got it complete condition.
And I went to the guy's house and filmed in his house. He had some amazing stuff.
Really cool collection.
And he was downsizing because he had a child, and he was like, now's the time to get rid of it. And I was like, not in our books. That's when we start collecting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he let me film in his house. Super cool. And I brought that out to you at Christmas, and it was in a big box, and the flaps kept trying to pop up, so I was holding it down. And this is where the Teddy part of the story comes in.
I thought for sure when she was bringing that out that it was a puppy, because I had been bugging her to get a dog for a little while.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get another dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weird coincidence part of it there about Teddy is Teddy was born on that day.
And we didn't know.
We didn't know.
And we had no plans on getting a dog.
3 months later, or how long was it?
We got him February 13th, I think he got to us. And Teddy was born on the same day. It was like it was meant to be. So that's kind of Teddy's story aligned with the mobile command center.
Yeah, so it's obvious I just have it on display.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play with my toys, but I look at them and it's a memory from my childhood.
Yeah. All right, next on my list is vinyl. Not one, but two, because Scott really wanted this one on his list and couldn't fit it in, so I put it on mine, and I've played the game, so it means a lot to me too. We have Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is awesome.
We both played that one, and it's awesome. It's fantastic around Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't the one I wanted to have on the list.
That's not the one you want to have on the list. What you want to have on the list was Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah.
Because I got you the big box, and I remember after I had completed Skies of Arcadia, we finally sat down, we put the vinyl on, which is like a sky blue vinyl.
Yep.
And we looked at the art
book. 3
book.
different shades. There's like a teal, a blue, and then maybe the other one's a black one. I can't remember. But yeah, there's 3 different colors in there. There's 3 vinyl.
But I had looked at for that off and on, and there was one particular company that would bring it up for release every now and again.
Yeah.
And it finally came up again. It was a really good price. Like, the secondhand market was way overpriced. I'm like, I need to grab that now. Mm-hmm. So I don't regret that at all. We have 20 or so vinyl and a few gaming related ones, and those are by far our favorite.
There are some more that I would love to get.
Yes.
I don't know if they even make them.
Yeah.
But I would love to get Lunar.
Yes.
Parasite Eve would be really cool.
That would be very cool.
That would be another good one for Halloween.
Yeah.
Grandia's probably be pretty damn good.
It probably
too.
would be.
You don't know, you haven't played that one, but
well, eventually.
Like, it's all those big.
But yeah, that's what made those games, right? Was a bit of everything, and music was such a big part.
Super Metroid would probably be a damn good one
It
too.
definitely would be a good one. Yeah. It would be really good.
Next one on my list is Jen has WWE ring on it.
I know!
But it's not.
It's not.
It's the LJN WWF wrestling ring.
I've been brainwashed and like it's only WWE now, but yes, I know it's WWF.
That toy was amazing when I was a kid. And I looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't get a decent one at all.
I think I got you that for a gift. It was a surprise.
You did, but I had to completely restore it.
Yes.
It was rough. And saying it was rough, it was in really good shape.
Yes, for rough.
Yeah.
For a rough one, yeah.
But the ring ropes were just double the length. They were completely stretched out. The ring was completely yellow, like so yellow almost it was almost brown, and all the stickers were ripped.
I tried,
but everything was there.
Hard.
The ring posts were there, the suction cups on the bottom were there, so I just had to get new ring ropes, new stickers, and then I painted. I thought I would try to clean it and using that.
Oh, I tried.
That bright. What is it called?
Retro Bright.
Retro Bright.
Yeah.
And I heard kind of mixed reviews on it, and I said, I've seen people paint it. I'm pretty good with spray paint.
You are.
So I spray painted it, and
it
looks good.
So
like
good.
It's bang on. Like there's not a one run in it or nothing. It looks really good. I'm happy with it.
Next on my list, I have a PC, and I'm like, you're probably thinking, well, why in the heck is a PC special? Well, this PC I've had since 2007, and I refused to get rid of it because I had changed out several hard drives in it, and we did a video where we were able to figure out a way to hook up that PC to the retro TV. So now I can play
a CRT.
Yes, I can go and play any game on that PC. Obviously not any. I'm not going to run a 2025 game on it, but any older game.
You're a lot of old point and click stuff there, like
it
PC
just makes it feel so authentic, but not having to have. I don't have the room for a great big square monitor in there. So I have a square CRT. Yeah, so it works just about the same. And I take my backups and I burn my backups from that computer as well. So it's very multifaceted use. I love it, and I have hung on to it for 18 years. So
what's the last game you played on it?
What was it called? I have a physical copy of it. I got it from Value Village. Scratches, yeah. And I did pick up some more from Value Village.
Yeah, there's a stack of them in there.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to play these?
I am. You probably never thought I'd play Scratches, so. Go ahead with your honorable mention.
My honorable mention, and Jen, I'm going to read it the way Jen has it written on the note. TV. Brown old one.
Because Scott would be like, TV, we just talked about the Batman TV. You need to be clear and give him clear instructions.
Brown old one. Anyway, she's talking about the floor model. The TV's older than me by, I think, about 3 months or so.
Yeah.
The manufacturer date's on the back of it. I do believe it was either very late 77 or very early 78.
Yeah.
And it's older by a couple months.
Yeah.
Anyway, my uncle had it in his basement for years.
It was
they were gonna
dirty
chuck it out,
AM.
Then he offered, like, well, do you want that? I'm like, yeah.
Of course.
I'll hook up my Atari to it.
Well, I think the reason you wanted it, too, was we wanted a CRT from every generation.
I kind of, like, every 10 years, I want to look at the 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
And we do. We have a 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s CRT.
In there, yeah.
Yeah. Not in there. I think the 2000s one, that's the one that's in our modern gaming room. Yeah. But I cleaned it all up, and it came out really, really nice. Like, there were some scratches on top, and I did a few different things to kind of hide them as best I could.
Yep.
I mean, there's stuff all over the top of it, so it really hides it anyways. All right, my honorable mention. I can't read
it. It says, Automan? What the hell's that? What's Automan?
I wrote it. Hot Mama.
Hot what? What?
I'm reading Hot Mama.
You're reading Hot Mama? What is it supposed to be?
Ottoman.
Ottoman. Oh, the Ottoman.
That's how much I can't.
That's not how you spell Ottoman, is it?
Yes.
Is it? I don't know. I'm dumb.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are probably thinking, why in the heck would you put Ottoman on there? I love things that are multi-purpose. I love repurposing things. And when we first set up that retro game room, when it was complete, we bought a black futon, we put it in there, we're like, this is perfect.
very nice looking, uncomfortable futon.
Yes. As soon as you're playing in there for 2 hours or more, you're like,
wrecked.
I'm wrecked. So I'm like, we need something to put our feet on.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was being really stingy with money. I was like, okay, we can just reuse things. And I had some fabric.
You had
some gaming fabric. I had an old ottoman.
Old Hotman up there.
Yeah. Anyways, it served its purpose. And then my mom was like, hey, I have this double recliner that's really comfortable. I just bought 6 months ago. You want it? Because we want 2 couches now. I'm like, well, that's dumb to say no to. So we stuffed the...
Anyway, those chairs are awesome.
They are.
Yeah, that ottoman is full of like DVDs.
Yeah, is it all horror movies?
That's my horror movie collection there.
Yeah.
I can dig through it during Halloween season. And then I usually store my comics on top of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was a really good footrest and made gaming in that room a lot more comfortable. Yeah. And I just like making things. I hate, like, if we can make something instead of buying it, it means so much more to me. So yeah, that's why I put it as my honorable mention.
So what do you think of our retro game room picks? And you're like, that wasn't a game room, that's a toy room. I know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah. I mean, we do have games in there. We have some pretty cool games in there. The Super Mario World is in there.
All my Super Nintendo games are in there. All my Genesis games are in there. All my NES games are in there.
Except for the ones that are up there.
I have a couple on the wall.
Yeah, I love the light gun display you did in there.
Yeah, there's a light gun display.
And we have the display of some of your strategy guides, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a lot of gaming stuff in there, but it's more of a multi-purpose retro room.
It's a video game room. We go in there to play our retro video games, but it's decorated in toys and comics.
Yeah, in 80s nostalgia. Yeah, that's why it's the retro room. All right, guys, let us know what you think. Let us know what your favorite retro items are in your game room, or do a response video. We would love to watch it.
I like those.
Yep. All right, until next time, game on.